With only a few weeks left until the holiday season really starts to begin and those end of year deadlines start to close in on us, so many of my clients have really been focusing in on how to increase their total revenue for the year. And if you've been following me for any period of time, then you probably have noticed that I'm very strategy focused and I don't do things just to do the things. I'm really constantly looking at my business and at my clients' businesses and trying to find ways to improve and streamline our processes. So recently, that has really included examining what increases our overall revenue in our online businesses and how we can prioritize those revenue generating activities in these weeks to come. Is that something that you do in your own business? I hope so. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jenny Lyon, and today I'm excited to talk about how to prioritize increasing your revenue as an online business owner, especially as we head in towards the end of the year. Let's jump right into it. All right, so do you know what actually makes you money in your business? And I'm not talking about all of the offers that you have listed on your website. What I mean is, what actions are you taking on a regular basis that reliably result in potential sales for your business? So, for example, in my business as a digital marketing agency, here's 5 of the revenue generating activities that I do in no particular order. So the first one is sales calls. I spend a lot of my day, every day, doing sales calls. The next is paid advertising campaigns. I have a lot of success there. The next is my email marketing. I have a very, very large email list, and that is a great way for me to spend time when I'm looking to generate more revenue. And in my content, so as you guys know, I record a video every week, I write a blog every week, I do an email every week, podcast every week, social media. I really produce a lot of content every single week. And last but not least is I really have focused over the years on my SEO. And I really utilize this knowledge by prioritizing these items over any other administrative type tasks, like filing paperwork or doing bookkeeping. Those tasks are really likely, the ones that you have are going to be different than the ones that I have in your own business, but it's really important to dive into the analytics of your own business. So the first thing I suggest that you do is you sit down and make a list of all of these activities and keep them visible, stick them up on the wall right in front of your desk, somewhere that you can see them whenever you're working. You really want to keep these revenue generating tasks top of mind. I also recommend having a second list of tasks that you do on a regular basis, but that aren't necessarily revenue generating, although important. But we'll talk a little bit more about what to do with that list in a little bit. Okay, so next is you really want to focus in on maximizing what works. So once you know what increases sales in your business, it's time to figure out how do you amplify those results. So if you know that you're really good at closing sales calls, that's one of my favorite things to do, then the focus should really be, how can I increase the number of sales calls that I receive? If you know that your email nurture sequence for your lead magnet is consistently leading to upsells and order bumps, tripwires, how can you increase your opt-ins for that lead magnet? And also take note of where your customers or your clients are coming in. Are they coming in from social media advertising? Is it your email list? Is it your search engines? The joys of modern technology is that you can absolutely figure out with a really quick look at your analytics. It's very, very easy to find out where your audience is coming from. And of course, you can use all of this information to create upsells, to create social media ads, or whatever it is that fits into your particular business that can really amplify what's already working, but maximize your revenue as an online business owner. So here's a pro tip. Increase your CLV. So your CLV is your customer lifetime value. So, generally, when you're acquiring new customers, it is often more costly than nurturing existing ones, especially as we're coming into the end of the year. So, you want to consider things like bundle deals, limited discounts, or even a loyalty program, something that will bring people back over and over again to create that repeat client. When your customer and your audience, when they feel really valued, then they're definitely more likely to keep coming back for more. Next is to create structures and systems. So I love a process. And what is that number one asset that you're always running out of as an online business owner? I know you know this one because I feel like I never have enough of it. It's time. Let's be honest, it's really hard to get everything that we need done in a single day. But when you have systems and when you have structures and process, it can really save you so much time. And for me, it has really helped with, work-life balance. I know that's kind of a funny little term, but I really do find that to be important because I really have always, grown up as, work, 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 and I did that for a long, long time. And at a certain point, I was like, you know what, I'm working more than I'm living, so I really needed to step back and figure out ways that I could live more, but still get all of my work done. And that's really where having these structures and systems came into play. So different methods are going to work for different people. You really have to consider your own personality, the way that you like things organized when creating these different types of systems. So I've seen, a lot of different systems, and I've created a lot of different systems over the past 23 years. And what I've seen work for a variety of clients is really creating this brain dump where you sit down and you write down everything that you need or want to get done in a day. And bonus points, if you do this the day before, then you can show up prepared. So that's something that I try to do. I have what I call kind of my end of day ritual where I sit down at the end of the day before I, shut down, and I really look at, what do I have coming up tomorrow? What do I need to do to prepare for that? Is there anything that I haven't done that I need to do? That way I don't wake up in the middle of the night panicked because I'm not going to be prepared for this call, or I don't have this project finished. I'm always looking forward to ensure that I am showing up prepared. And it has taken so much stress out of my life. And it's really made just every single day of work pretty fun. But then you can take that to-do list and you can divide it into 4 sections. So if you're going to do this as homework, sit down, grab a piece of paper, write brain dump at the top, and just write down every single thing that you think you need to get done in a single day. And then also look forward to the next day. What are those things that you really have to do the day before? Then categorize those into 4 sections. You're going to have your first section is going to be important or urgent. So those are tasks or projects that have deadlines or consequences. Then number 2 are going to be important, but not necessarily urgent. So those tasks are, tasks that have kind of an unclear deadline, but that you need to do because it's going to contribute to your overall success. Then number 3, you're going to have urgent, but not important. So tasks that are needed, they're necessary, but they don't need to be done by you specifically. And number 4 is not urgent, not important. These tasks can be removed from your list entirely. And then you just work your way down from the top. Then once you get to this point, it's really time to figure out, what can I delegate and when should I delegate? So it's great to have a really tight to-do list. It's even greater to have it prioritized. So make sure you do that. But what happens when you have things that just keep getting pushed to the next day because they are not on your urgent priority list, or you just simply run out of time? That is what I have found. That's when I need to delegate things. So, for example, I've been working on revising all of my funnels. And that's a huge undertaking because I have a lot of funnels. But it was one of these things where I've kept thinking, this is something I want to do. I just want to do it. It's fun and I want to do it. But I don't have time. I just don't have time. Even though it's fun, I don't have time. So it kind of kept getting pushed to the next day, and I'd do a little bit when I could, but I was moving at like a glacial pace, nothing was happening. So I realized, even though this is something that I want to do, I don't necessarily need to do every single part of it, and I need to delegate it so it will actually get done. And this is, one time where I'll tell you, delegating doesn't always mean that you have to hire someone to help. That's really nice. There's a lot of different tools that you can use to delegate. You could use different types of AI programs. They can help with a lot of things, or automation tools, which I absolutely love. You can also consider hiring like a virtual assistant or a virtual admin assistant, someone that can help you kind of in the background and take care of those tasks that you either aren't getting to, or they fall on the not important but really need to get done, not necessarily by you. But what happens when your urgent tasks keep getting pushed off, right? Because you just don't have enough time in the day, then that's still time to delegate, but it's time to delegate probably to a team member, So you really have to know how to delegate, knowing when you need to delegate, that's one thing, but knowing how to, that's another. Going through the entire process of hiring a team member is daunting and stressful. And I know this because I'm hiring right now. So I've been going through this process myself where, it's a lot of work, and it can be stressful, I know from experience. So to take the pressure off of you, I've created a free guide on how to utilize a digital marketing team like ours to grow your business. So whether you're a small business or you are scaling, super successful business, it really doesn't matter. I've worked with all different size and types of businesses over the past 23 years, and every single business is different. And I've also seen that even very large businesses often don't have the budget to hire an entire team of people. And sometimes you don't need an entire team of people. Sometimes maybe you just need one person, or maybe you do need 2 or 3 people, but you don't need 10. So in the free workbook, check it out. You can grab it at jennylyon.com/VA team. It will kind of walk you through what to look for. This way you can really make sure that you are picking the best team member for your business. And if you decide to work with an agency like us, which is really nice, well, you get assigned to an account manager. So you're working with just one person, as well as myself. I like to pop in, but they handle all of the other team members. You don't have to. So whether you need some design help, you need some copy written, you need someone to audit your funnel or run your ads, you can work with one account manager who will manage the whole team for you. You probably will never even meet the team. Most of our clients don't, but you will get everything that you need, and it will feel like you have one person that you're talking to. So definitely consider it, especially as you're closing out this wonderful year. It's been a great year, but think about it going into the new year. It's really a great time to kind of sit down now and think about, what do I want next year to look like? How can I prioritize my time? How can I delegate what I don't need to do so that I can really focus on the revenue generating activities that I need to prioritize as an online business owner? All right, well, that's what I have for you this week. I hope that you found it helpful. If you do have any questions at all, you can always feel free to reach out to myself or a member of my team. You can do so at jennylyon.com/chat with Jenny. And I'll see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. See you soon.